Welcome to the fastest half hour in commercial real estate. We're live on YouTube and in eXp World. So wherever you're watching, thanks for tuning in. We have a jam-packed agenda today with some very exciting updates, especially today. Some housekeeping before we kick things off. There are a couple of tips and tricks to make your experience more enjoyable inside of eXp World. First of all, if the screen's way too small and you're sitting way too far back, just click on the screen and tap zoom in. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. We're monitoring the chat in the world and on YouTube. If you're having problems hearing, just exit eXp World and come back in. This usually corrects the audio more often than not, or go down to audio and select the correct speakers. It may be your laptop speakers, but be aware that you can watch a live broadcast of this on the YouTube channel, eXp Commercial on YouTube. So here we go. I'm going to give you some commercial updates before we get into the fun part. We have a new commercial AAC for 2025. If you don't know these people, get to know them. We depend heavily on our AAC. You can imagine how instrumental these individuals have been in making the changes that you asked for. These changes are transforming eXp Commercial into a top commercial brokerage. If you have any questions for our AAC, they work closely with leadership. Scan the QR code at the bottom of this, or we can send you the QR code if you ping us. Scan the QR code and submit your questions. We have some upcoming events. It would appear that most large national commercial events are in the month of May. And you'll see a dramatic rise in the number of airline miles that myself and Lindy and Bailey and Wendy get. And Leo, I would love Leo Perez airline miles. So commercial leadership's going to be on a plane. Here are some of the events that we're attending in commercial national events. So here we go. We got SIOR in the month of May, Las Vegas at Caesars Palace. Corporate staff will attend. Lindy will be there. Sign up with Lindy McNeese if you'd like to help out at the booth. It's a 3-day event. There's plenty of booth time. It's a great event, and it's at Caesars Palace, one of my favorite hotels. The International Business Brokers Association is May 17th in Orlando, Florida, at the Renaissance Hotel at SeaWorld. We'll have a table there staffed by our Director of Growth, Lindy McNeese, and a rotation of advisors. So if you'd like to staff the commercial table at the International Business Broker Association meeting, please contact Lindy McNeese to sign up. Finally, for giant events, we have ICSC in Las Vegas. This is at the Las Vegas Convention Center. eXp advisors, clients, and guests will have a mixer on May 19th at the Fontainebleau. Stand by for exact informations and times. We should have the CEOs of CoStar there at our event, and I will be manning this event along with our brokers and top agents in Las Vegas. So if you need any help with your attraction prospects, be sure to notify me if you're going to ICSC in Las Vegas. I'd like to know if you're there, and I'd like to put you on a contact list, so anything that's going on, I can immediately contact you. It seems to be a string of incredible announcements today, and I'd like to announce an amazing change to one thing: the Commercial Icon Program. If you're an individual advisor that hits $500,000 in GCI, and this is not an or, it's $500,000 in GCI and a minimum of 5 transactions, you're now eligible for the Icon Award and stock. I stress, this is for individual commercial advisors, in commercial only, and it does not apply to teams. So 5 and 5, the minimum of 5, at 500,000 in GCI and 5 transactions. I would now like to introduce one of my favorite people at eXp, the one and only Wendy Forsyth, our CMO.
Hello, eXp Commercial, and welcome to the month of March. I'm thrilled to be here with you today, and I'm even more thrilled for the reason I'm here with all of you today. And that is to unveil to you a project that we have been working on very closely with leadership and with your commercial AAC to update and refresh eXp commercial branding. So the look and feel of your eXp commercial brand. So I'm going to share with you an updated look, feel, and logo for eXp commercial. So I've got some slides and visuals for you all to see this. I know for some of you, this is like maybe a surprise that you weren't expecting on today's meeting. And for others, maybe you had been hearing some rumors that this is something that we have been working on. But we heard you loud and clear that it was time for eXp Commercial to have its own distinct branding, its own distinct look and feel, and for that visual image of the brand to align with the culture and the work and the community and the brand that all of you represent out in your market. So I'm going to share with you our work that we have been doing on updating your eXp commercial brand guidelines. So let me start first with talking a little bit about tone of voice. Whenever we do a branding exercise in marketing, we start with tone of voice in understanding what are we really trying to achieve with how we're communicating from a visual perspective with our customers, with our clients, with our core audience. And for eXp Commercial, we really want that tone to be one of the trusted professional, that we're instilling confidence, that we're instilling expertise. What you do is very nuanced in your areas of specialty in your market. And we want the look of the eXp commercial brand to be in alignment with each of your own individual brands and to be in alignment with your clients out in the market. Having said that, though, we do want the branding to be warm and inclusive. We heard in our conversations with all of you, and particularly with your AAC, that we don't want the brand to feel sterile or cold, that even though we're commercial and we're heavily focused on business and the numbers and the investments and the ROI and all of those things, we still are very personable as professionals in how we come across. So we want the brand to be inclusive of that. And then the last point on tone of voice is that being modern and being aspirational was an important part of how we come across on how we communicate. So we took all of that feedback into redesigning and reimagining how the brand would look. So drum roll, I'm going to share with you our updated eXp commercial logo. First and foremost, the logo. So here it is. Here's your new commercial logo. You'll see that we moved away from the look of the eXp Realty logo, but we carried over some uniting elements of the logo. So we moved eXp Commercial to the right. We updated the font and the treatment there. And then we created your own iconography around using the EXPX. So we pulled the X out and made it a icon to attach to the logo, to allow for the eXp commercial logo and visual identity to be very distinct and to be separate from the residential eXp Realty logo and identity. This was something we heard from you loud and clear, is you wanted your own distinct visual identity that was separate from residential. So we hope that we have found the right strike of balance here for that for all of you. You'll see different treatments of the logo. So if we had a horizontal. This is more of a vertical treatment of the logo. There'll be versions on black backgrounds, on white backgrounds. So all of these logos will be available to you in Canva. So there's a full logo update brand file for eXp Commercial available to all of you immediately in Canva. We've also accounted for co-branding. So we know many of you have your own team names. So your team name can go on the left of the logo with the logo version on the right. So those logo lockups for your own team or partner branding will be available to you as well in Canva that you can use. In addition to the logo, we've updated our color scheme for the brand. So we've kept a very sort of neutral palette with the light gray, mid grays to blacks as our primary colors, which kept to that sort of modern aesthetic that we heard from you was important. But we also wanted to give some accent colors. So you'll see us use these sort of sage greens to magentas to warm browns, dark cayenne colors as secondary colors throughout the various brand treatments. And you'll see that on the various templates and things that we roll out. We also updated our font or the typography that we use. So you'll see we're using Manrope, and these are examples of that. So you'll see on the websites and the various things that we're creating leaning into this font. This font is a font that is available on all of the sort of programs that you would use as a native font. So no need to download a special font or deal with any of that. Wherever you see your font, scroll down, you'll be able to select this font. And it's a font that we chose because it is a highly readable font. Whether you're reading on digital and on screens, or whether you're reading on print, if you're using this font as part of brand guidelines, it's a very readable font. We also have a secondary font of Roboto. So when you want to, provide body copy and a sort of font change, the Roboto font is what you'll see us start to use in the designs that we create on all of your behalf. And then the last part of really updating the identity of eXp Commercial was really understanding the type of imagery when we're creating designs and assets to represent all of you that we will lean into. So you'll see imagery that is, using a coloration that is in line with the color scheme that I just described, but that also captures kind of the spirit of commercial, both from an industrial feel, but also from the human element of the clients that you all serve and the communities that they all serve. So here, some of the things that we will try to do is to avoid sort of cliche stock photography and lean into much more interesting aspirational type photography, which is not always an easy thing to do, but that is the goal that we take into designing for all of you moving forward. So you're probably wondering, what are the next steps of all of this? And what do I have to do if I already have signs and collateral that already has the old or the current eXp Commercial logo on it? You can continue to use any of the existing collateral that you have with the existing logo. Our ask is that as you need new collateral, that you upgrade to the new logo and the new brand guideline for any new assets that you need. We are working on a number of initiatives to do that same thing on your behalf. So I mentioned that all of the brand guidelines that I just described will be available in Canva as a brand kit for all of you so that you can immediately have access to the updated brand guidelines. We're also updating with all of our vendors that we work with on your behalf so that they have the latest in the logo lockups and guidelines and designs for all of you. So the team will be sharing more information on that. We're also updating your commercial website. So this is a project that is launching shortly, but you'll see an entirely new look and feel and functionality for expcommercial.com. So stick with us on that one. That one will be launching in Q2, but you'll see that's being built entirely on this aesthetic. So I'm guessing there's probably some questions. The team is available for all of you on next steps and questions along the way. We hope that you enjoy utilizing the new look and feel of eXp Commercial, and we're excited to share in taking this next step in the evolution and growth of the eXp Commercial brand.
Okay, I'm going to put that trailer video on before I do anything, because that's amazing. This is going to be a completely new brand across all platforms that we use: CoStar, Build Out, website marketing, paperwork, and yes, the swag. So head over to the commercial brand store. Just go to eXp brand store, hit the commercial tab, and all of the new logo merchandise, it's there. Go get your logoed merchandise. I am now going to introduce our wonderful chief, our director of brokerage operations. John, tell us what's going on with updates and brokerage operations.
Thank you, Sean. Awesome stuff. Great to see everybody, and thanks for the logo updates, etc. Excited to see if the swag store has some, like, I don't know, eXp commercial ice cubes, big ones for, bourbon, but I don't think they're there yet. So maybe we can add that to the list. Great to see everybody. Thank you again for being here for the fastest half hour. Let's start at the top. RealNex. RealNex will be sunsetting and retired as of April 1st. So if you do have information there that you want out of RealNex, please download that. You can get out of that very quickly with a download tool into CSV or Excel format. Every person who has an account in RealNex will have a Build Out account as well. So you can always use Build Out for your marketing materials and flyers. And Build Out is fabulous, a great tech partner moving forward. So be aware that that's out there. Moving on, product specialty masterminds. We are back, super focused, kind of like this. And we're going to run on a regular cadence where we're going to have industrial, retail, multifamily, business brokerage, and office. And those are going to roll monthly the same way. So you'll always know that, which week industrial, office, retail, multifamily are. We've got a group of new leaders leaning in. So you're going to see some new faces there, which is great. We appreciate all the past leaders of those groups, but are also looking to change some of the faces up and just kind of bring new people to the fore. They will be data driven, leveraging CoStar data and market at a national and local market level to help us understand exactly what's happening in the real estate market segments, especially, the 4 major food groups, as we call them. So the product specialty masterminds are going to be fabulous. Please tune in. They are awesome. Moving on from there. Please update your LoopNet and CoStar profiles. No one wants to hire someone with a balloon head. People have to know who you are, and you're far more likely to get picked up off of those platforms in terms of, clients looking for potential listing agents and things. They have incredible bios you can fill out on both platforms. Please take the time to do that. You're just increasing your findability, if you will. Don't be a secret agent. Speaking of that, we also have awesome sessions coming up. And you're going to see every month, we're going to have 2 CoStar and 2 Build Out trainings, always also on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be like upskilling day. So no matter what's happening in a week, every Wednesday, one way or another, we're going to be able to deliver value to you and help upskill your career. So Build Out and CoStar alternating weeks. We're going to do training. Some of it will be beginner. Some of it will be very advanced. We're also open to feedback. If you go, hey, I'd love to have a training on tenant rep or finding off-market deals or whatever that might be, let us know what that is, and we're happy to help get that brought out and customized to you, because we want to make sure that you see the value in the platforms, that you're leveraging them to get into production and stay in production with your clients. Okay. There is a new Build Out Showcase training, which is the platform or the version of Build Out we have. Those are coming up with Build Out Unlocked. So be aware, those are fabulous things there. Build Out is also revamping all of our marketing materials with the new logo. So it's a whole different world in Build Out than maybe what you are used to in the past. And kind of our final note is on Academy and mentor stuff. The new mentor program will be launching March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, one of my favorite days of the year, especially as an Irish citizen. So there's some great changes to that. It's going to be focused on much more on a productivity cadence of every 2 weeks, meeting with the mentors and mentees and tracking calls and contacts and really being on top of your business and being in business for the long haul, but doing the sustainable activities at a daily level that you need to build an incredible business. So there's wonderful changes coming there that are going to help both mentors and mentees have better, deeper relationships and get into production sooner. If you have any questions, reach out to the ops team, reach out to whoever. We're here to help and support you. And again, want to make sure you have an incredible experience here at eXp Commercial. That's all I got. Keep the ball moving forward. We've got to introduce Lindy. Lindy, welcome up. And thanks, everybody.
Thanks, John. Thanks for all of the updates. We always appreciate you being here and keeping us up to date with everything in operations. Y'all, I am so excited right now to talk about all of the upcoming events. Just like John said, or Sean said earlier in the beginning of this meeting, May is a busy, busy month. So not only do we have all of the industry events that he went over, we also have our regional rallies. There are 4 that are on the screen right now. These 4 right here are going to have a commercial focus. We're so excited to get to do this year. We're looking at May 1st in Las Vegas, May 8th, Dallas, Texas, May 12th in Houston, and then May 14th, it's going to be in the DMV area. So that's the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. There will be more information on the exact location, but go ahead and book your flights. Plan to be there. There's going to be leadership there from eXp Commercial. We're so excited to get to see you. And I also want to talk about eXpCom. Okay, this is something that Sean coined, and I love it. It's eXpComCon. That is so good. And Sean, thanks for coming up with that. We are going to have our very own day at eXpCon this year. It is going to be before the entire event starts. And then also we'll have a booth, just like we did last year. Well, I shouldn't say a booth. It was an area. It was an entire area for everybody to get to come in and see us. This is super exciting. We're looking at doing it on October the 19th. So go ahead and put that in your planner book to be there a day early. We'll get good pick on the hotels, right? There's always a benefit of getting to go first. That's something that we all laugh about whenever, we kind of get stuck last. So this year is a huge deal. We're super excited. Can't wait for all of the miles that, like Sean said, we're going to be having, because we are flying all over the place. Also, I don't want you to forget about eXpCon in Canada. Sean and I will also be there. If you're coming or you can't attend, it's in Montreal. Super excited to see you. Then there's eXpCon Barcelona on June 21st. Please get your tickets now. Just go to expcon.com or Google eXpCon 2025, and you'll be able to see the link to go ahead and get signed up for those. You can get bundled packages. So take a look at all of that. And again, super excited. And I can't stop smiling about our new brand. Oh my gosh, that logo is to die for. So thanks again, everybody that took time to put that together. Sean, I'm going to bring you back up because I think you've got some other really important stuff to talk about. You're muted, my friend.
Well, I can't stop smiling either. The day Wendy came on board, I knew things were going to move fast. If you look at my NPS and my OKRs, execution. So if you need support, our team's here to help. Our concierge, onboarding, growth, marketing, transactions, all of it is here for you. You can either snap that little tiny thing that's going to be on a screen 400 feet from you inside eXp World, or you can just go to one of these. You can just go to one of these links and email them directly. If you have trouble getting a hold of anybody, just email me. Text me. I'll get you to the right person. But we have all the support in the world. We're here for you. Well, there it is in under a half hour. All new commercial branding, 8 commercial events, new Icon Award qualifications that fit the commercial advisors, product specialty masterminds, new training and education. Head on over to the eXp brand store and get your brand new, as of today. If you notice, I just switched my logo. Brand new as of today, eXp swag, and stand by for next month because it's only going to get bigger and better. You know, I have to tell you that the entire commercial team is on high alert. You have no idea what's coming up next month. Next month's going to be incredible. We're making huge strides, and I want you to be sure that you congratulate all the new members that we have brought into eXp in the last month. You know, 29 new commercial advisors that joined us in the month of February, and it's only going bigger from there. So I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day, and we will see you next month. Stand by, go to education, because I am teaching a masterclass on eXp commercial attraction. If you've ever wanted to learn how to attract to eXp commercial or to eXp realty, go attend Mr. Brian Ellington's masterclass on eXp commercial attraction. I'll be hosting that event. Have a